confess, I don't have that much talent when it comes to shoot-'em-ups. I mean, I have never gotten through Life Force without the Konami code. I barely survived Super R-Type on normal, and as much as I like Galaga 90 for the TurboGrafx 16, well, I just never got to the end of it. I would always get killed, frequently. As for the much-loved Thunder Force series, I have only played one game in it to completion, but that's not necessarily due to my lack of talent. Oh no. In this case, you see, the first game wasn't available on the system I actually owned. The second one, it wasn't really my thing. Then there's Thunder Force 3. Oh yeah. Even now, 20 years after its initial release, that is one gorgeous game. The graphics are beautiful, the sound is great, and the gameplay. Even someone like me, who has almost zero natural ability when it comes to shoot-'em-ups, even I can play this game to completion. Now, I've actually heard rumors somewhere that Thunder Force 4 is even better, but if it is, I'm probably better off not knowing. Because if I experience something like that, my brain might explode from the awesomeness of it. Interested? Yeah, I thought you were.
If you care about the story, and trust me, you don't, it has something to do with a galactic war in the evil Orn Empire. Although I'm sure it would have been hilarious, the folks who made Thunder Force 3 had the good sense to confine this stuff to the instruction manual and ending instead of starting the game with it. Not like some other folks I might name. Anyway, it's up to you to pilot your tiny spaceship, the Styx, into the heart of the enemy stronghold. Once you've conquered the Empire's 5 heavily fortified planets, you can finally access their base. No, I won't make the joke, but feel free to get it out of your system. Luckily, Thunder Force 3's main attraction isn't its deathless prose. It's all about the look, the feel, the sound, and the action. And all of the above will keep you coming back for more. I should know. I played the heck out of this back in the day, and returning to it for this review was like a trip through gaming nirvana. Although the game is linear, it lets you choose your starting point. So if you pick the second planet, Gorgon, first, your last stop before the endgame will be Hydra, which is normally stage 1. You'd be surprised at how mixing things up changes the feel of the game. I think it adds a nice amount of replay value. Also, if you have a favorite planet, this option lets you enjoy it whenever you like. The first 5 worlds each have their own unique look, ranging from lush greenery to mesmerizing flames to ice and arctic cold, brought further to life by a great soundtrack and some nice loud sound effects that put you right in the game. I'm not sure how they did it, but the creators achieved a perfect balance of music and battle noise. The music gets you pumped, the effects make you feel the danger. If either were diminished, it just wouldn't be the same. Then, at the end of every stage, you face a big, cool, and colorful boss with its own custom theme song. Beating them is mostly a matter of memorizing patterns and making quick calculations of where their fire will go. Yeah, something like that. I only wish that some of the fights lasted a bit longer. Overall, for an old school game, the challenge is surprisingly lenient. It's not that big on throwing, let's just call them fun units at you, except for a couple of stages. The aptly named Hades, and the second to last, the Orn Base. Hades enjoys pulling stuff like this, and this, and this. too big a problem once you've memorized when it happens, but controllers may be thrown the first few times they snag you. As for the Orin base, this part of the game is comparatively hard. Auto-scrolling in odd directions, crap flying at you from everywhere. Oh, and this fun battle. Yeah. While most of the boss fights in this game are good if a little too easy, this one can be pretty hair-raising if you don't have some lives in reserve, or if you're trying like I was to finish the game on 1 credit. To give you some idea, this is what went through my mind during the fight. Crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, not again, not again! Oh crap, not again! Oh crap, oh crap, oh... Yes! Yes! Eat blazing electric death! I have to say that win was nothing if not satisfying.
Now, unfortunately, I can't cover this game without mentioning Thunder Spirits, which is the Super NES port of Thunder Force AC, which is itself a modified arcade port of Thunder Force 3. Don't think about it too hard. In any case, think of it as a bad Xerox copy of the Mona Lisa. Yeah. It bears a resemblance to the original, and even has certain charms, perhaps, but let's face it, it's just not the real thing. You would think that with the Super Nintendo's superior graphical and sound capabilities, its version would be superior to the Genesis counterpart. Not so. I mean, don't get me wrong, Thunder Spirits is a perfectly good game if you've never played the original, but... Okay, to show you what I mean, here's a quick compare and contrast.
Whoa, wait! Thunder Spirits actually replaced one of the game's coolest stages with this? Note that it looks suspiciously like a garbage dump. Draw your own conclusions. They replaced the ice stage, Ellis, too, and the results are just as disappointingly generic. They don't let you pick the starting stage either. You don't get a nice pre-stage readout on the upcoming boss and its weakness. And speaking of bosses, see how great this looks in Thunder Force 3? Fluid, frenetic, and fun enough to make up for a slight lack of challenge. This is Thunder Spirits, a game frequently plagued by slowdown. Yeah, I guessed it, for some games, blast processing does make all the difference. On top of that, check this out. In Thunder Force 3, you can use rapid fire by default. You can't turn it off, and I don't see why you'd want to. It's a shoot 'em up! In Thunder Spirits, you have to go into the hidden configuration screen by pressing select and start to turn it on.
Rapid fire is a hidden option in a freaking shoot-up! Oh, that's it. I am out of here.
Okay, back to the real game. Finally, there's Thunder Force 3's ending. I won't show you everything, but this right here, yeah, this is the reason I'm glad there wasn't an intro. In a flash, the planet of Orn disappeared completely. Orn could no longer control the huge amount of energy that had accumulated after he lost his owner. The Emperor Orn had been disturbing the union of the Milky Way for a long time. What was his true character? It was a huge biocomputer which had been made in the beginning of the Space Age. Besides, his computer brain was developing extraordinarily and he began to have his own will. He denied the existence, spelled with an A, of human beings and finally exercised a program to kill the whole human race. It was evidently human beings who had given him this idea. Therefore, human beings should think of the meaning deeply. Anyway, the war was over, and a peaceful time came soon. It might be for a short time. Human beings, think about what you have done! I have no idea what I'm supposed to make of that. Fortunately, the music is so good it doesn't matter, and the melody fits the bittersweetness of ending a game this good. You're happy that you made it, but so sad that there's no more. Then the ship's brave pilots receive a well-deserved hero's welcome, and you, the player, are free to kick back and bask in your victory. Think about how much fun it'll be to take on the game at a higher difficulty, or from a different starting stage, or both. It's up to you. But I can guarantee that once won't be enough.
So there you have it, Thunder Force 3, a true jewel of the 16-bit era. Now as for me, I'm off to save the galaxy. Again.